Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. It came to me that school is starting very soon. I was out with my little Gigi today, and everybody was getting, a little this, a little that, getting ready for school. And I myself need to do a syllabus because I need to change up something going on in the classroom. They got AI has just about taken over, and the answers are going to be AI somewhere along the way. So I have to come up with something else. But listen, I came up with a theme that's already being used, and I just said, "Wow, it's right in my face." Make America great again. The fact of the matter is that's not a bad thing. Actually, it's a good thing. Let's make America great again. And let's talk about Americans. That's what we should do. Let me tell you something. If I were in the public schools, my classroom would be it would be overflowing with great Americana kind of iconic features all over the classroom. First, I would have American flags everywhere. You see, I have an American flag here. I would have flags all around. And then let's talk about the classroom. I would have Make America Great Again. I wouldn't have make. I would just say American. Americans. I would have great Americans on that wall and great Americans on this wall and great Americans everywhere. And then let's make America great again. And I would teach my students all about outstanding Americans. I would. And I wouldn't have any face. I would just put circles on the bulletin board, and I put people's names and see how many names they can learn of great Americans. Oh my goodness, it came to me like, wait a minute, that's not a bad idea. You all don't see what I see. I see it. Do you see it with me? Classroom teachers, make America great again in your classroom. Yes, you need to do that. Let me tell you why. Because I would just have great Americans. Americans who have great American manufacturers, great American scientists, great Americans that are inventors. I would just have, and I wouldn't have a picture anywhere. I would just have names. It would behoove all our students to know by name the great Americans. You see, because my passport is blue, and when I travel, I don't remember ever, now I may be wrong, but I don't remember as many places I've been in this world, ever standing in a line that said a tall American, female American, Black American, Latino American, Japanese American. I don't remember any line like that. I always got in the line that said American. And when I was overseas, they would say American. And I was like, wow, that's what I am. When it's time for the soccer games, I need you to get my book. I got 4 books up this summer. But I need you to get my book on Amazon, Testimonies and Stuff, a one-woman show, Georgian Isms. And look up how I teach democracy, and look up how I feel about the soccer game and Americans. We are Americans. So let's make America great again by teaching our students about great Americans. I love everything what I just said. If you just stay with me. When you do that bulletin board, just put great Americans all around the bulletin board. No pictures, but names everywhere. And see how many great Americans your students can name. Because we are in America. That's where we are. And I would ask a question like, who developed the blood plasma? And I would just have a name there. And that's a great American, because the person we're born in America and we are Americans. And I would just do that. you know, you all are thinking about this thing in a negative way. I would turn it around and make it a positive something. All the great Americans, like I would say, did your mother, for the young ones, you know, did you all use the GPS? And they said, yes. Oh, another great American. And I would put GPS inventor. And I put that on the board. And I put the person's name. And then I would just get me a list. And my board would just be full of great, great, great Americans. No pictures. Yes. But right about, I have American flags everywhere. In my book, Testimonies, I have a lesson plan on teaching democracy. And I'd like for you to get the book so you can read it. You see, you getting mad about the wrong thing. I was with you for a while. I was getting mad about the wrong thing. And it came to me, join, when you came, it's not a winning, but it's a way to turn that thing around that is positive. When people give you lemons, and they got lemons here, and lemons here, and lemons here, baby, you get the right pound of sugar and the good ice, and you roll those lemons up, roll them, and then you slice them, then you put them on that thing. They don't do that anymore now. And you twist it, and that good lemon juice come out, and you put it in there, and you got the best lemonade ever. And you have made America great again. I want you to do your classrooms. Kindergartens, I'll have the flags everywhere for the little kindergartens, and then I'll have them make their own flag. You need to get my book. You need to get my book. Not just the flag of the United States, but a family flag. And we will combine the flags so they will enjoy and love the idea of a flag. You understand? You don't get mad, as they say. You get even, but you don't even get even. The best revenge is success. My classroom would be so successful because my little students, they would know all kinds of great Americans. They would, and they would just say the names. Yes, they would. And I would say, when you get home, you can look up on computer, ask your family, look up. But these are the great Americans, and this is what they did. And just name what they did. I mean, when you talk about the light, say, did you stop at a stoplight today? And did it turn red, green, yellow? You know, you're talking to the little ones. And so, yes, I stopped at a stoplight today. Whoo, wow, a great American came up with that stoplight. I would put stoplight on my bulletin board under Great American. I wouldn't have a picture nowhere, but I have names everywhere. And I have my students memorize the name. How many names do you know? And we would have a name contest. Yes, we would. Who can name the most great Americans? Wow. I wouldn't have any description whatsoever other than the great American thing they did. I mean, where would we be without the light? So the people won't run the light. We have some order to our driving, you know? I mean, just and GPS and all the things the students like. Where would we be without any of that? And don't mention the light itself. The light bulb, it took two people to put that light bulb together. Two great Americans. Just one needed the other. Now, one could be a great American by himself, and the other could be a great American by himself, but when they come together, they're great Americans together, right? And they came up with the light bulb. It took two. I don't understand how you all don't get it with me. I was so excited when this came up today. I was like, man, they make me want to go back to public school. Baby, we will have Great America Day every day. Great American songs, great American music, great American art, great American clothier. There was somebody I liked. Oh, I can't think. My daughter would tell me. He used to do, oh my God, I can't think of this man. His clothes all had safety pins and big buttons. He had big buttons everywhere. Oh, I can't think of them. Anyway, but I would never have a picture of anybody, but I would have great Americans everywhere. My students would know the greatest of Americans. Yes, they would. And then you say, well, what about ancient history? Ooh, that would just be excellent for me because there's so many Egyptologists, and I would find all those people who were in charge and just line their pictures up because they all look alike, and said these are the people who basically all look alike. These are the people who studied Egypt. Let's hear what they had to say. Oh my goodness. I would just be so excited. And then I would just pull out all the pictures. Oh, I love school. I love school. I don't know where that love for school, but I love school. My poor brother, when you have an older sister and a younger brother, bless his heart, he's really smart today because I made him read the encyclopedia. My mother would leave him with me because I was older and he was younger, and he had to listen to classical music because I had enough sense to know that all music was music, our music. Let's not talk about those chords. Let's not talk about any of that, Beethoven and all them. Let's talk about, so that's right, we're not calling any names, and we're not going to talk about anybody being mulatto or black or white, or none of that. We're going to talk about America and great Americans, and we're going to talk about great artists in the world. Yes, we are. Doesn't that sound good to you? Listen, I need you to stop fretting about what they said over here and what the rules say over there. You know what I'm saying? This is all temporary. All that is temporary. Why is it temporary? Well, you have to write somebody. Number one, things change every day. People change every day. Rules change every day. So I would let them go on with those rules. Go on, have fun. Because one thing about it, you're not going to live forever, and you won't always be in charge. How many times we had different folk in charge? You got these babies here. You got these young people here. You got school here. You got to put something in their heads. And they came from homes, a lot of them, where they believe in making America great. And so they need to get that at school. They need to make America great at school. I will have that on my door. Good morning, good afternoon. It's a good day to make America great. Every day is a great day to make America great. Y'all don't get it. You all don't get it. You don't get it. You don't see why I'm excited. Baby, we will have a Make America Great program. Make America Great testing. Make America Great just all, and then people will see, so what are little kids making America great? Yes, and ask them who some great Americans are. Go ahead, little Johnny. Tell them who some great Americans are. Name me some great Americans. Because my passport is blue. And when I stand in line to come back into the United States, and I've stood in many lines, and I've drugged that child with me across the world, and we stand in that line, and the line says American. That makes me an American first. Now here is the problem. The problem is that the birth certificates. One day in life, while I be going on somewhere in heaven, hopefully, I know me, I'm just praying the Lord, he just, okay, I'm forgive, okay. We can have the Georgianne Thomas natal bill, I think. We got naissance bill, or Georgianne Thomas birthright bill. Right. Where when you are born in America, next to your name is American. Did you know that when you're born in America, you are an American? Mm-hmm. And so when they ask you, where were you born? You say, I was born in Gary, out Chicago, or, I was born in Whiting, or I was born in Forsyth County, or something, Jacoma, Georgia. Where were you born? And is that in the United States? Yes, so that makes you an American, right? And so you already got part of it. So the other part is to divide us and divide and conquer, to keep us cataloged. Mm-hmm. See, it doesn't say American. I think mine says Negro. My Alvin's father says colored. I think hers says Negro. I thought, wait a minute, I take that back. Mine didn't say anything. The second one I got didn't say anything. I think it may have said, but it didn't say anything because I was born in Mercy Hospital in Gary. And I think by that time, maybe they weren't doing that. I don't know. But down south, they had to do that. They had to say colored because we have to keep account of our colored people. You understand? But we could just get people just to be born. They're so worried about the birthright. But first, when the child is born, they look at it. I have a friend, may God rest her soul. She came out as white white can be. Oh, I got my daughter's grandmother, and her people they look like that. So, but I said all that to say that they put white on her birth certificate. Mm-hmm. And so she was able to get by in life with a white birth certificate with her black mama and black daddy. She just light, see. And as one of my friends said, when you see light-skinned people back in the day, somebody was raped. They went to the slaves' quarters and got somebody. That's how you got that light. Okay? So where am I going with all that? Where am I going with all that? Let's make America great again. Let's do that. Let's talk about and promote great Americans. Great American music. Let's talk about Dorsey and gospel music. No pictures, just names. How many names can your students go home and say and talk about? And when they take the test, there's no pictures, no adjective whatsoever. Just American. Ooh, baby, I love all of this. Are you not excited? School to start? I am so excited. And if you're just not seeing this and your school has started, like some schools have started in Atlanta already, around Metro Atlanta, baby, go change all your bulletin board. If I had this bulletin board, my bulletin board, all this right here, America. America the beautiful. Oh, we were singing, oh, beautiful, for spacious skies. Baby, I had that jazzed up for amber. Yes, all of that. I had these children loving America. Yes, I would. And I would have all of that. Loving American, loving your neighborhood, loving each other, all of that. We be in love. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't show a picture, but I have some great Americans. Lorraine Hansberry, great American woman. You want to play America with me? Let's go American then, baby. That's how you do it. You don't get mad with people. You don't get mad with. You do not waste another minute arguing with somebody. We are Americans, and let's make America great again by teaching American history and what and who kept American history going. I mean, we could even start with the Constitution. You don't even want me to go there with the Iroquois. Who wrote the Constitution first? The one y'all love to talk about. Who wrote that Constitution? Who wrote that Constitution? Y'all like to see them people sitting down and we wrote this land and we wrote this land. And where were y'all copying from? I'm just asking, when you were writing Were you looking over here? Were you looking over here? Or were you looking up at the Iroquois who was sitting up there helping you write it? I'm just saying, y'all need to get your history. Baby, you know you got the right one with me. But I digress. Make America great again in 2025, 2026. Let's talk about all the great things that Americans do. Americans do. Let's talk about the American food. Ooh, where did that food come from? How did that food get into America? Yes, who talked about macaroni and cheese? Where did that macaroni and cheese come from? You better ask High on the Hall. You better ask somebody. Let's be real American. I can show you how to be American. Because see, I just remembered, I grew up that way. And I had to find out the hard way about all of this as I was marching for freedom. I found out. I found out now. But I said, oh, I love America. And you do too. And show it by teaching, by sharing its stories, by finding information, and making sure our students know who great Americans are. And don't be ashamed about it. Put the names up there. And then smile. I said, that Georgianne, she a mess. Yes, I am. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.